I hope you folks are all doing well. I'm taking a look at the energies for your element or your zodiac sign for the week of June 5th through the 11th. So I'll be taking care of water signs, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio first, and then I'll take care of the other elements and the other zodiac signs in just a little bit. Water signs, you are up first. What kinds of energies are you dealing with this coming week? Sorry, y'all. We'll see how that works. So on the bottom of the deck, you have the Eight of Wands. You have the Hanged Man in reverse. And you have the Queen of Swords in reverse. Queen of Swords being partially a water sign. She's got her cup locked away here. Some of you might be feeling more emotional than you might be feeling in your head. It might be easier to cry, for instance, than it would be to think something out, to get introspective here. This may be for some water signs quickly letting go of some... It might be that some water signs are being too protective. Scorpio may be being too protective here. But the universe is asking you to, as quickly as possible, to stop thinking about being so cutting, making boundaries, and to actually enforce them. It may be that some water signs are struggling to create fences between themselves and people that they feel like they love a lot. Eight of Swords, or Eight of Wands. Yep, Eight of Wands is also about the arrows of love, which is why I conflated them with swords. And here we have the King of Swords also in reverse. Water signs, both of your mastery over your ability, your mastery over your ability to talk, to introspect, and to teach others to do the same thing is kind of at a crossroads here. We're having issues with these. Having issues getting in touch with the creative side of your words, of your brain, basically. And we're also having trouble being the person who's in ultimate control. It feels like in this case, someone else is controlling your situation, water signs, and not you specifically. Water signs, both of your King and Queen of Swords are in reverse. You might be working in tandem with yourself destructively. You might be working with other people to keep yourself disempowered. And it's not deliberate, but you also, it might be for some water signs that you want to be agreeable, that you want to go with the flow, that you want to make things work, that you want to be together with this person, that you want to be with a family. And this is working against your best interests. It feels like the universe is asking you to act in your own best interests and to stop working against them here. It says that you're not willing, water signs, at this point for this week. It suggests that you're not willing to take any risks here, to take a leap of faith off into the unknown, where you are afraid that the universe would drop you if you were to take this leap of faith away from this person. And so you continue to work with the situation, but against your best interests. And this kills all kinds of opportunities for you coming in from the universe. So this would be about new financial opportunities, maybe new jobs, new houses. But when you choose not to take a leap of faith, you choose not to jump into these new opportunities that the universe wants to present for you in order for you to learn how to grow through your circumstances. You're not nourishing yourself. You don't see yourself as the divine feminine. You don't see yourself as the Empress. She's in reverse here in this case. That would be in alignment with the Queen of Swords being in reverse. You don't see yourself as a valuable person who has their own feelings, their own thoughts, their own wants and needs. It may be that you are letting go of your needs, your wants, in favor of satisfying other people's needs or wants here. You might feel like the choice has been made for you here. And the universe still wants you to know that that is still a choice on your part. It's still a choice to say, this is out of my hands, when in reality it really isn't, especially when it comes up next to the Empress and the Ace of Pentacles. The Empress is all about the kind of person who invites those new opportunities in. And I would even say that the Ace of Pentacles would be right up that alley with giving birth to a new opportunity even. But here, the Empress's abilities to give birth to new opportunities, to choose them of her own volition, I don't see those energies this week, water signs. There is change coming, though. But it feels like you're not watching out for this change. It may be that another person would be able to say, oh yeah, water sign has some stuff coming their way, but you may not be able to see this necessarily unless you're watching this, and now you've got the warning, right? There is still change headed your way, partly because you didn't make a choice. Now the universe is stepping in here with the Wheel of Fortune upright, and you may not necessarily see this. You might even struggle with these changes here. You might be the kind of person to say, I don't necessarily want to be the kind to go from one situation to another because I have no idea what's on the other side. The universe still wants you to do that kind of thing. So I'm getting from the universe to pull 3 more cards from you from the top, and that is it for you, water signs. Okay. So you are being asked to stop offering your cup of love to this person who is making things go their way against your best interests, and possibly, most likely, against their best interests ultimately too. This is going to be a time of rest, of possibly cutting some people off, and with that Queen of Swords in reverse, you may not feel like you are in a position to cut people off. There's some immature energy, teenager-ish energy that goes with this Knight of Cups here. Definitely, the universe wants you to grow up into this King of Swords energy and to become way more discerning of the people that you let into your life. Also, way more discerning of the people that you allow to talk about their needs and wants with you and ask you to fulfill their needs or wants, right? If it's together with an awesome person that the universe has set aside for you, you've had a soul contract with this person before you guys were born, that's a different scenario. But for a lot of folks, they'll come in contact with people who are karmic, either fully or partially, in order to teach those folks a lesson on how to become their divine selves. You have the Empress here in reverse, which tells me that water signs don't see themselves as their divine don't see themselves as divine entities just yet for this week's energy. However, in order to have the best week possible, water signs, you need to temporarily walk away from the energy of the Knight of Cups. Shut that shit down completely. Come into your energy as the Queen and King of Swords, working together to give yourself rest, a mental break from this situation. With the Eight of Wands, you may not have time to think this week, water signs, because you are so busy fulfilling other people's desires and basically leaving yours out in the cold, which is not what the universe wants for you. Have a great week, water signs. Take care of yourselves. Fire signs, I hope that you have all had a good couple of weeks. We're going to take a look at your energies for the week of June 5th through the 11th. Give me a second to shuffle for just a little bit. Okay. Bottom of the deck, you have the Three of Swords in reverse. You also have the Star in reverse, and you have the Nine of Wands in reverse, and that tells me that a lot of you may be fencing yourself away from healing. Fire signs, you might be hanging out in the energy of whatever has hurt you, whoever has hurt you. You're not ready to leave this situation yet. It may feel good to continue to feel out. Spirit said wallow in the heartbreak. I see you blocking help out, basically. You are very watchful of anyone trying to come into your emotional space at this time. Is this a breakup, fire signs? Because I've got the Two of Cups in reverse. You might be walling off new romantic or new friendship, new family opportunities because you have been so hurt by this person in the past. It might be that some folks are choosing to work on their intuition. They're using this breakup and their defensiveness and walling people out, this continuing to focus on the hurt, if you will, is quite possibly pushing some fire signs this week to really, really working on becoming their own high priestess. Fire signs, the universe may also be using your desire to stay in your pain as a way to guide you closer to it, guide you closer to your ancestors and to your spirit guides. You might have this in your mind to study some aspect of spirituality a little bit more closely this week, and it's kind of an unconscious thing that you're not completely aware of where it comes from, but it's coming from the universe. If this resonates with you, by the way. So there may have been some finances wrapped up in some things that you thought were headed your way. The universe is asking you to let go of those things that you were kind of looking forward to. The universe is suggesting that something that you invested in is not coming to fruition the way that you would have liked. It's asking you to work on your spirituality, work on the aspect of you that connects to your ancestors and to your spirit guides here. Maybe not so much to whatever you wanted to come out of this pain that you're feeling. It may be that you're holding some resources really close to your chest and you're meant to let that go because you thought that something was going to come of. It might have been that some of you folks were holding a grudge and you were looking for some results coming out of that grudge. You might have wanted to have said some words here that would have given you some pleasure. Because you have here the Devil, in reverse. There were some things coming in with this Three of Wands in reverse that would have really hurt you if they had come in. When the universe, or I should say, if you don't let these energies go, because we're looking at what's coming up. If you don't let those energies go, that Four of Pentacles kind of energy, there is the risk that you will invite in some really negative energies through the devil, not some awesome things. There might be some words that you let go of that come back around to bite you in the butt. And it would come back over time. It would extend well over the time. It could extend over the time that you thought like, oh my God, that's enough, right? I've said my piece. I thought that people had gotten over it. This is suggesting that if you don't let go of this, then there is the possibility that this would continue to play out over a long period of time and would just get very frustrating. It looks like fire signs could be really struggling with an addiction to something about relationships. Some fire signs may be struggling with their addiction to toxic romantic relationships or friendships. So, I am also seeing, when you take a look at the energies for this week and how to deal with them, the universe is trying to bring balance to your situation by asking you to let go of some things that you want to come in that really should not come in at all for you. That's that Three of Wands energy. Fire signs, I see you feeling a lot of anxiety around the universe bringing balance back to your situation here with the Three of Cups. There may be a way that you've related to people that isn't working anymore. Basically, the karmic balance has been pushed one way and now it needs to be rebalanced here. Fire signs, I hope that that was helpful for you folks. I hope that you also have a good week. Take care of yourselves. Earth signs, I hope that you've been having a good couple of weeks. I'm taking a look at your energies for the week of June 5th through the 11th. What kinds of energies are you facing this week? Okay, you've got the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Wands and the Knight of Wands here. So you're struggling to see some returns on something that you might have gotten a little bit impulsive on. I think it's interesting that you've got some fire energy in this, in these particular cards. You've got earth and fire, so you might have more fire energy in your birth chart than you have earth energy. Or you might have a decent amount of fire energy in your birth chart. Okay, so there might be that you might be in a romantic relationship or in a close friendship or in a, you have a family relationship that you're really close to. There's something here that you did. Maybe you said something, you acted out on something that you've kind of been thinking on for a while. You have been waiting for returns on this, on what you did now for a while. You're not really talking about this with anyone either. You're kind of shutting other people out for the moment on this Two of Cups kind of situation. It may be that you're not ready to talk about this with anyone. There may also be some issues with this Two of Cups relationship that you just don't want other people to know about here. There's also a risk that if something goes wrong with this relationship, that you also won't ask for help about it, that you might be a little bit too stubborn about that. And that's something that us earth signs need to kind of be concerned about sometimes. Earth signs, you may not be talking to other people about this at all because you don't want other people in your business. You're afraid that they're going to say something that you don't want to hear. You're actively avoiding something. You're actively avoiding working on something to do with your spirituality, with your intuition. It may be that you're flat out ignoring your intuition here because you're afraid of letting go of something. Is it financial resources? Is it a job? Is it something that you've accumulated that you feel like you just cannot let go of here? I'm afraid of earth signs that you're kind of hesitant to work on listening to the universe, listening to your ancestors and spirit guides, because you really, really want to keep whatever this resource, this physical resource is. Doesn't have to be money. You're not willing to take any risks with this either. Whatever this is. You might have finished work on a project and you are very, very protective of the results of it, and you're just very risk adverse with it. And when you're risk adverse with it, you're not able to think in new directions with it. There may be some lies that you believe about being risk adverse when it comes to protecting this investment. I don't know why I'm getting this. Take this as it resonates. It might be for like literally one person, but there might be something in your garden, in your yard, that you're extremely protective of. Take that as it resonates, okay? And that might not resonate with anyone. But I have the picture of a garden right now. So not only are you being very risk adverse about this, you're not really willing to explore any new avenues. Not only are you unwilling to explore the possibility that what you believe about these risks is a lie, you're not willing to even, happiness. So when you are unwilling to explore new ways of thinking about these risks that you're kind of, you're protecting this investment here, ultimately you are damaging your happiness. You do need to do some exploration of these new ideas, maybe explore some new truths related to these resources that you are protecting in order to be as happy as possible about this. There is a betrayal here that you have yet to let go of. You have not left this betrayal behind. You might still be in this situation where it could be a catastrophic event as well. There is a real risk that with the energies of this week where you ignore your intuition, you ignore outside help telling you that this new partnership, this new connection is really, really not good for you. There is the suggestion that history is going to repeat itself, that there's going to be a betrayal that you've encountered before. Maybe with this person, maybe with another relationship. But there's a risk that history could repeat itself here. Earth signs, I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything like that, but I do want you to know that there's a real risk of getting hurt in this new relationship. Please Earth signs, reach out to your ancestors, to your spirit guides, even when it's really, really hard, because there could be some heartbreak here that you're not expecting and that would be difficult to get away from, is what I'm seeing with this Six of Swords here. This would be the kind of heartbreak that would stay in your memory for a really long time, unfortunately. Earth signs, please get away from this new relationship that you're really not supposed to be around. Take care, Earth signs. Air signs, I hope that you've all had a good couple of weeks. We're taking a look at your energies for the week of June 5th through the 11th. On the bottom, you have the moon in reverse. You have the Seven of Swords in reverse, and you've got the Three of Pentacles. So this week, air signs, you might be discovering some truths about some people who have taken some things from you. And these were people that were supposed to have been collaborating with you, not stealing from you. These may have been people who stole ideas, intellectual property from you. They may have stolen words from you that they may have pretended that they were their own words, but in fact that they were yours. They may have been pretending that they said something when you said it. They've taken some kind of energy from you, and this was a relationship that you were supposed to have trusted. This may have been a romantic partnership even. This might have been a close friendship, a close family connection, but you, are discovering some truths about it. And they're going to make you feel pretty defensive, actually. The universe wants you to know that you are still protected while this connection, this friendship, this relationship ends, but you are going to feel a little bit defensive about it. Air signs, I'm not getting Three of Swords just yet, but I do feel like that this is going to be a really sad time for a lot of air signs. This was someone that they really, really trusted, and there's a lot of work done between these two people. This might just feel really, really catastrophic, like a Ten of Swords situation. And it looks like you're going to feel defensive over a long period of time about this relationship ending. This may have been a marriage partnership, air signs. This may have been a marriage partnership. This could be an old friendship that, a lot of people know that you guys are friends, and not many people know yet that you're not together as friends yet anymore. Yeah. It might be that people ask gradually over time, hey, what happened with that individual? It might be that people that you thought you could trust, with at least minor things, are the ones who are kind of throwing sticks at you, if you will. At the bottom, you thought you could trust these people, but they consistently, over time, ask you questions, make you defensive about this particular situation. And there might be a person, individual, in particular, I should say, who might be more feminine. There is no gender in tarot, but this is someone who should be a nurturing individual with, they might be the kind of person to cook really well. They have a fantastic house. Everybody loves to go to parties at their place. And this is someone who is all that maybe for your situations, air signs, but on the other hand, they're kind of a nasty individual. They don't do that just for the sake of taking care of other people, just for being with other people. They do that in order to control other people, to keep their drama network going. They want their conversation, they want their chatter networks to stay intact. And I'm seeing that there's one person in particular, air signs, who's really, really driving this whole exploration into what exactly happened with this relationship that fell apart for you, air signs. And this could be an earth sign, right? This could be a Virgo, for instance. This could be a Capricorn. This could be a Taurus who's making life a little bit difficult for you. Yeah, this person has taken all kinds of things from you. This could be relationships. This could be money. This could be even resources such as food, for instance. Maybe they said, no, we're not going to invite you to this party, right? For instance. Air signs, I'm sorry that you have such a destructive person in your midst. There's also a Queen of Cups in your energy who has been taking stuff away from you. And this is the person who's actually going to make you go in and ask for help from therapists, which I should say that no tarot reading done by anyone is ever a replacement for good therapy from someone that you work well with. This might be you going in for therapy because this particular individual really betrayed you somehow. So you've got a Queen of Cups and a Queen of Pentacles in your energy. Both of them are in reverse, next to the Six of Pentacles in reverse. They're taking all kinds of things away from you that are actually making you have to go in for help. They've taken so much away from you that you're in a bad way. There's something about this. They took a family situation from you. They've taken away connections that should be wonderful and happy. For some air signs, they may have delayed it, especially since you're going in for help, right? So in that case, you would still have your Ten of Cups headed your way. They sure are trying, though, to take your Ten of Cups situation away from you because it would make them feel good. If you go in for help, though, with this Ten of Cups situation, there's a good possibility that this could be upright for you instead of being in reverse. This could also mean a delay, not that it's been, dissolved or anything like that. But these queens sure would like to dissolve this for you. And after you have the Queen of Pentacles and of Cups here, both in reverse, I also have the King of Cups in reverse and the King of Pentacles upright next to the Seven of Pentacles. This is about you having to go into yourself, nurture yourself through this very difficult time. You might have some real turbulence inside of you, emotional turbulence that you need to settle before you can move on into your King of Pentacles energy, where it is upright, where you can say yes to the good new opportunities that aren't as risky. Here with the Seven of Pentacles, there is the temptation to move quickly, to kind of boil over, and to pull up a good harvest before it's ready to be pulled up. In this case, that might mean that you throw out a family relationship that doesn't need to be thrown out just yet. It needs to be given an opportunity to grow and change before you just give up on it. Something like that doesn't need to be given up on just yet. King of Pentacles is going to be able to say, that's something that we need to continue to monitor and nurture before we just throw it away. And in order for you to feel settled, air signs, you're going to need to nurture yourself and take care of the emotional turbulence inside of you because of all these betrayals. And I'm so sorry, air signs, that you've been going through all of this stuff. But don't pull up a good thing just yet, even if you don't necessarily see it as a good thing at this moment. Okay, that's your advice to handle the energies for this week. Air signs, I hope that you take care of yourselves and that you have a good one, okay?